Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about the 1979 film. Let's straighten this out here. Don't Go in the House. This is one that I've seen more recently pop up on Facebook because it's getting a re-release from Severin Films, and I believe it just got a re-release in the UK as well on Blu-ray. Previously had been released by Scorpion Releasing, who I like a lot. They're sort of a hand-in-hand with Code Red and Dark Force. Anyhow, this film, as I said, was from 1979, and it definitely has that 70s feel, both in terms of the setting, the clothing, there's some disco involved, and just sort of how everyone acts and the way their hair looks. I mean, it's definitely a time capsule type of film. I had never really heard much about this. People made comparisons to Psycho, and I would say that's probably like the closest thing it sort of reminds me of. The movie starts out with this guy named Donnie who works at a garbage facility where they burn refuse, and the guy he's working with is burning the garbage, and there's a aerosol can and it explodes and he catches on fire, and now the guy is like rolling around on the floor and he's burning up, and Donnie's just standing there staring at him. And the reason for this, and I'm not really giving much away because this pretty much tells you right at the beginning of the film, is Donnie's mother was abusive and used to burn him. So he's got some mental scarring. That being said, he doesn't help the gentleman on the floor, but other people come over and they start questioning him. Why did you do anything? What's wrong with you? And the guy he works with, I think it's his boss, starts saying, what's he crazy? What the hell's your problem? And it becomes a thing. So he has a co-worker who he's friendly with, who tries to kind of talk to him and said, you know, sometimes when bad things like this happen, you kind of freeze up and don't know what to do, and you know, I understand why you didn't do anything, and it's scary, blah blah blah. So Donnie goes home to make his mother tea and kind of pack it in for the night, and he finds his mother dead on the couch. And then he starts hearing he starts flipping out, and he's very grateful that his mother is gone because she was abusive and mean to him. But then he starts flipping out. So it's a mixture of happiness and this extreme sadness, anger thing going on. And Donnie now starts hearing voices, and I read online they said that he was hearing his mother's voice and picking people off that reminded him of his mom. I didn't get that. Maybe I wasn't paying good enough attention, which seems to be the case lately with things, but he starts going insane more so and killing women. So he goes after all these women that he finds, whether it be someone that helps him at a flower shop or women he meets at the disco or whatever it is, people that friends introduce him to, and he starts bringing them home and killing them. And that's kind of the gist of the story. Donnie is this lunatic who was mentally and physically scarred as a child and is now sort of taking his retribution on these random women. I never got the whole, they reminded him of his mother. I mean, they're women, so maybe that was the catch, but when I read that, I was like, well, why would any of these women remind him of this older, you know, mom type? But he lives in this like dilapidated, sort of rundown, big house in, I think, New Jersey, or at least it's filmed in New Jersey, and it was a pretty decent film. There's a new cover that I guess they used in one of the releases that I think is terrible. That the original movie poster is pretty cool and sort of has that ominous look to it, and I like that. The new movie cover for one of the releases is like a burnt body being hung up on like not a meat hook, but you know, chains with him in his fire suit from work, and I just thought it looked really stupid and kind of more grindhousey than this film actually is. If you like films that are like Psycho but a little more horror oriented, it's psychological, definitely has that psychological horror, but there's some more physical horror going on in this film with the burning and him capturing these women. You'll probably like it. Now, it has that slower sort of 70s feel to it, but it was a decent movie, and if you like your old-fashioned kind of horror films, I think you'll enjoy it. So Don't Go in the House was pretty good, and I could see why it has a cult following and people enjoy it. So let me know, guys, if you've seen Don't Go in the House, and if you did, what you thought of it. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.